What's up? I'm Meta Danny. Welcome to my channel. I love Pokemon Go Battle League, but I'm not a pro. I don't have millions of Stardust, thousands of candies, or maxed out legendaries, but I have to grind for each Pokemon, probably just like you do, and I want to share my Pokemon journey with you. That's me over there. Alright, we're going to be taking a look at some battles in the Great League today. Now, I was asked from my last video to sometimes focus a little bit on some of the basics. And I figure, you know what, I'll do that as the videos go along, shall we? Alright, so just to start off, there are 5 main dynamics you need to master to be good at Pokemon Go. Those 5 are lead advantage, switch advantage, health advantage, shield advantage, and energy advantage. It's okay, you don't have to memorize everything in one go. Let's focus on the first 2 for now. Of course, all of these are affected by a Pokemon's type, as well as the types of its moves. So let's take a look at the first 2, lead advantage and switch advantage. It's very basic, but you need to drill it into your head so that you can win more. Let's say you go with your favorite starters, Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, and your opponent does the same. If you lead Charizard and your opponent leads Venusaur, you have lead advantage because your Charizard easily beats the Venusaur, right? But what if they switch to Blastoise to counter your Charizard? Well, then you can quickly switch to Venusaur, which counters Blastoise. So now you have switch advantage because you're now locked into that match for 60 seconds, and that's more than enough time for, Venusaur to beat Blastoise. So that's a basic overview of what we mean when we say lead advantage and switch advantage, and that's going to be really important in your games. So I'm going to show you how we do that in some of the games that we go through today. Let me introduce you to my team. It's the same team I used yesterday, that we discovered yesterday, but I've finally been able to, I think, get to a stage where I'm using it really well. We're going to start off with our lead Pokemon being Azumarill, running Bubble, Ice Beam, and Play Rough. Love Azumarill as a lead. Then we're going to have Haunter coming through, running Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch, and Shadow Ball. And then finally, as our safe switch, we're going to have Hypno running Confusion and the Nukes, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. So I'm going to explain how everything works as we go, but let's get into the games right now, shall we? Here we go. Alright, so we're going to start off right now we're against Dr. Kelton. Alright, Dr. Kelton, we're in rank 7. By the end of the games that I played, by the way, I made it to rank 8, so I'm going to share with you how I did that. But Azumarill against Lapras. Now, this is a good lead for us, simply because Lapras is going to have ice and water moves. If it's not running Skull Bash, we have an opportunity to run Play Rough against it, so we should be good. So I drop a Play Rough on this Lapras, and let's see what happens. They don't shield. They're probably going to be going for Surf unless they build up to Skull Bash. I was kind of paying attention to it, but I was not going to shield anyway because I want to save all my shields for Haunter. They do a quick switch into Torterra, which was a pretty good switch, I must say. Now, Torterra is devastating with Razor Leaf, but it is super weak to ice because, it's ground and grass. I do my safe switch into Hypno. The reason I decided to use Hypno is because Hypno's fast move, Confusion, will be able to do quite a bit of damage to that Torterra. But notice, they have no more shields, and my my Haunter has 2 shields. So I bring Haunter in, I shield up his first move, I'm able to Shadow Claw him down, so now I have a shield plus energy. They bring in their Lapras. No worries, I shield up what the Lapras is going to throw, and I can Shadow Claw down. I am a little bit nervous because I couldn't remember how much Lapras had built up in terms of energy, so I throw a Shadow Punch to get rid of it, but I still have a lot of energy. In comes a Blaziken, and it's going to eat a Shadow Ball straight to the face. Besides, counter as its fast move is not going to do much to me. A little bit of lag, and we finally get that Shadow Ball in, and we still had Azumarill in the back in case we needed a couple of water moves. So that was a very confident first win with Haunter playing the MVP. Did you see what it did? It basically took out 3 Pokemon. Shout out to Haunter, yo. Alright, Axion MK the second, MKill comes in next. Alright, Azumarill as a lead again. We go against Skarmory. This is okay for us. If none of us shield, we're going to get to a stage where we both get each other pretty low. I think Azumarill wins this one, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I'm going to stay in. I'm not going to use any shields unless he commits both shields, in which case I will use one. That's my plan. I know what I want to do, so I'm going to stick to it. Alright, so we're going to get into this. I'm going to be throwing Ice Beams, which are going to be neutral because flying plus steel. And he is going to be throwing Sky Attacks, which are also going to be neutral, but his attack is higher than mine. So if there is a CMP tie or Charge Move Priority tie, then he's going to attack first. We get to a stage where he's pretty low, and I figure, you know what? I can bring my Haunter in now, use a shield, and farm down. So I'm going to have extra energy, Sure, I'm out of shields, but I've got energy to throw straight at the Altaria that comes in. I'm able to take its shield. And I would have been able to get to another Shadow Ball. I don't know why I was so nervous, but it's fine. I threw my Shadow Punch, allowed him to take out my Haunter. He had to throw a charge move because he was getting scared. And I know he's got no more energy, and I can bring in my Azumarill straight into Ice Beam. Goodbye, Altaria. I've got Azumarill with a little bit of health and a full Hypno. So I'm not really worried about what's in the back. It's his own Hypno. Perfect. So what we're going to do is just throw an Ice Beam before he knocks us out. In fact, I'm going to switch as soon as I can because I don't want him to farm down on us. Thankfully, he throws his energy, which is perfect for me because now he's low on health and has no energy. I've got the advantage here, health advantage. We're probably the same on energy. So this should be an easy game for me. He throws a Thunder Punch. Again, big mistake because I'm going to go straight for Shadow Ball. Ghost is super effective against Psychic. And that's a pretty confident second win as well. Hypno is still almost full. Haunter did a little bit of work there, but I think that one, the MVP really was Azumarill. Quickly going to put on, flight mode to avoid some of those notifications coming through. All right, D1390M or Daigom. All right, whatever. Shiny Registeel comes out, very nice. I'm going to keep my Azumarill in, even though I don't have a charge move that's going to do much damage to him. I'm going to make him think I do. He quickly gets on to a Flash Cannon, no problem, I'm not shielding. I'm going to make him think I have Hydro Pump. So I'm going to overcharge, throw an Ice Beam, and hope that he shields. Hopefully that will get one of the shields out of the way. It really does. Quickly switch into Hypno. I'm very happy about this because I used up his shield. Hypno's super tanky, so I'm going to take his Flash Cannon. It's a very powerful move, but no worries. Look at how much health Hypno just has. It's just so tanky. So I'm going to keep going right here. I'm going to get to this Shadow Ball. Either it's going to take out his second shield or it's going to take quite a bit of health from this Registeel. I'm happy either way. It takes his second shield. Perfect. In comes Haunter. You know what it is. 2 shields up. This Venusaur's got no shields. This is going to be a bloodbath. Come through, Haunter. I don't even need to bait. I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. And just look at how much this is going to do to this Venusaur. I only used 1 shield, so I've still got another shield. Takes out the Venusaur. He's going to bring in his Registeel. I'm going to shield up that Flash Cannon. And I'll be able to take out this Registeel. I should have used Shadow Punch there because then I'd have kept some energy. But I guess I was just making sure with the Shadow Ball. No problem. We keep it going. I still have a bit of energy coming up. Some lag going on. And Toxicroak is going to eat some Shadow Punches to the face before I go into Azumarill. Easy peasy game. Seriously, what is going on with this lag? Alright, there we go. Win game 3. Absolutely loving this team. Absolutely loving Haunter. Haunter quickly charges energy and hits so hard. So with shields, look at that. So you'll notice how we spoke earlier about switch advantage. So Azumarill is a good lead because almost anything that you meet, you will be able to beat. Even certain grass types, because even though Azumarill is weak to grass, he also has Ice Beam, which is super effective against grass. So it is possible that Azumarill can hold his own against a lot of grass types because he's so bulky. So Azumarill is great in the lead, but there are times when you're going to come across things that you absolutely can't do anything against. And that's why I brought in Hypno. There's very few things that are going to be a strong counter to Hypno because Hypno is so bulky. And even things that are super effective against Hypno, I've got Shadow Ball for the ghosts, and I've got Focus Blast for the darks. So I'll be able to do quite a bit of damage to whoever comes in. Plus he's running Confusion, which is a really strong fast move. So Hypno is great as a switch. We call it a safe switch, meaning that if I have to switch from Azumarill, I'm switching into Hypno, so it doesn't matter what he switches in next because Hypno will be able to do at least something to whatever comes in. So in comes a Registeel. He uses Focus Blast against me for some reason. Fighting is not very effective against Psychic, so that was a bit dumb. He should have just gone for Flash Cannon. Then again, this is rank 7. It's possible that he doesn't have 2 moves. He goes for Focus Blast again, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that he's running just the 1 move Focus Blast. If you are going to run 1 move on your Registeel, I suggest that it be Flash Cannon because you will benefit from Stab or same type attack bonus. Which means that, Flash Cannon is going to get hit harder because Registeel is a Steel type Pokemon using a Steel type move. Anyway, Haunter does really well against Registeel. I go for an overly aggressive farm down here. Unfortunately, I don't get too far, but by now I figured out he only has Focus Blast and I triple resist Focus Blast because Ghost double resists fighting, plus Haunter is a poison which also resists fighting. so I'm not too scared of his Focus Blast, even though it's the most powerful fighting move in the game. So I went unshielded with my Haunter, no worries. Did a crazy farm down and was able to take out that Altaria with Pokemon to spare. Easy game again. Alright, let's see what's going on in the next one. We're going to be playing against Flitzpipe 312. And he's going to get the same treatment. Azumarill is a great lead. Hypno is a safe switch. Haunter as our backup. Well, rather as the counter for here. So here we come across Wigglytuff. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether Azumarill can beat Wigglytuff. But I'm going to stick in anyway, do as much damage as I can. I managed to get one shield. Perfect, so I'm going to mirror his shield. It's an Ice Beam, so I didn't have to do that. I would have gotten to a Play Rough anyway. But anyway, I dropped my Play Rough. Hopefully it gets the second shield, or it'll do a bit of damage. It gets both shields. So you know my Haunter's got 2 shields. But that's fine, I need to get rid of this Charmer first before I bring in Haunter. And Hypno's going to do a good job because Confusion hits hard. Not as hard as Charm, but I'll be able to take out this Wigglytuff and still have energy to spare. Now, Whiscash is a problem because Whiscash uses ground move Mud Shot. It's a weak move, but it is ground. And he spams, and I mean absolutely spams, these Mud Bombs. It just comes in like so quickly. And Haunter is weak to ground moves. So I tried to do as much damage as possible to that Whiscash with my Hypno. And I'm able to take him out with a Shadow Punch. I still have a shield, so this is perfect. Shadow Ball is going to take out this Golbat. And we get a 5th win, despite that the struggles that we had with Wigglytuff in the lead. So yeah, absolutely loving this team. I would love for you guys to try it out. If you think it's cool, hit me up in the comments below, and we're going to try out some other Pokemon as well. I did this on the day that we had Marils a couple of days ago, so I managed to get that shiny Marill, so that was pretty cool as well, a great bonus as well. Alright, if you got any questions, if there's anything you'd like me to do some research on, hit me up and let me know. But for now, this is Meta Danny signing out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I absolutely enjoyed that, and I hope you did too.